How's it going to feel to face your old team?
I don't think it hits me. It hasn't hit me yet, but I definitely think it'll be a great feeling come Sunday night to play those guys.
How do you look back at your time there?
I enjoyed my time there. I enjoyed my time there, man. I definitely learned a lesson. Definitely grew up there for the first 4 years of my career. Definitely learned a lot while I was there.
What kind of happened after the season? Did they try much to retain you, or what kind of happened in that regard?
No, I guess they didn't want me back to be blamed.
Does that add a little extra incentive to facing them on Sunday?
Most definitely.
You said it the first time we talked to you, you said last season wasn't up to your standards. What, specifically why, like, if you looked at the tape, what would you see that wasn't up to your sort of expectation?
I just didn't play good. Point blank period. I just didn't play well on any facet of my game. From first 2 games started off well, but then after that, I didn't play well at all. So, yeah, that's the point blank, the cutthroat answer.
What do you happened?
Yeah.
Overthinking a lot, being confused a little bit as far as the scheme wise. But just me personally, I'm not gonna make any excuses. I just didn't play well.
Were you used in the box more last year than usual?
Yeah, more than this year. Yeah, I was.
Mike Zimmer's talked about how you picked up the scheme here very quickly. What is it that works with this scheme for you and your skill set?
It's taught well. It's broken down, and then to have a guy like Harry who's been there, who's played this position, who's played in this scheme for I guess the entire his career almost. And then to have coaches that know the scheme and it not to be just a new install, the new first year. That helps a lot.
You obviously went against Dak Prescott plenty in practice. I mean, how tough is this guy to handle?
He's a great quarterback, man. He's grown a lot. Just over. I mean, he's been here 5 years. I've been here 4, but basically seeing him every day in practice, and from the first day I was there to now, he's grown so much, and he's become one of the better quarterbacks in this league.
You were with Carl Scott for a year back in college. Like, what is it about the way he teaches or coaches your group that you think resonates with players?
Man, have you just met him? Just been around. He just relates to the players and the different personalities we have in this room, in the DB room. He's able to juggle all of them, from me being the quiet one to you would say Breeze being Breeze being the bad child, and even Chris talks a lot too. So him being able to juggle just all of those personalities just makes him a good coach for our room, great coach for our room.
Andre was saying yesterday that you've kind of found a way to take what you learn in the classroom and quickly translate it to the field, like quicker than most people.
Mm-hmm.
What's the key to that skill, I guess?
Man, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of football, and I've studied a lot of football over 4 years. I have great teachers over the course of those 4 years that taught me a lot, and I'm still learning today, but I've seen a lot of football, and offenses are always going to be the same. They're going to run the same thing, same schemes, just different ways of dressing it up. And to be able to just take what I learned out of there and just apply it to the field is just a reflection of just my experience and then just my knowledge of football and studies.
Seems like most people that talk about you, they compliment your intelligence. Has that always been the case in your football career?
Yeah, I'll say I'm a smart guy.
When it comes to Dak Prescott, it seems like part of his skill set is just reading the defense post-snap. You guys like to show something and then change it. What challenges does he present with sort of the way he uses his mind to beat the defense?
You can just see on film that he goes through all of his reads from his first read up until his last read. And you can see how he just scans the field before the ball snaps and then after the ball snaps. You can see his eyes just scan from read to read. And a lot of quarterbacks don't do it. A lot of the not good quarterbacks don't do that. But once you get to be in that top echelon, those quarterbacks are getting through their reads pretty quickly and making the right pass, right throw.
I know you haven't looked closely at their defense on film this week, but last year the Cowboys struggled on defense. What do you think from afar that they've done to kind of get better in that regard this year?
They just been getting the ball back. Trey leads the league in interceptions. That's just what I've seen from afar. Trey leads the league in interceptions. AB's getting the ball back. AB's been playing pretty good. Who's the corner opposite of Trey, and I know they've been getting a lot of turnovers over there.
What's your thought on just the jump that Diggs has made from year 1 to year 2? I mean, however, the streak of interceptions he has seems.
The guys that's in that room that would play with him last year, and me, and when I've talked to some of those guys, even before the season, we knew that Trey could be special. Coming to last year, ending last year, we knew Trey could be special. Just the way he plays, we knew that he could be special. Did I see 7 interceptions? No one sees that, but you know he can go get the ball. He has ball skills like no other.
When you went against CeeDee Lamb in practice last year, I mean, what impressed you about his ball skills, specifically like his hands, the way he was able to corral some of those contested catches?
He tracks the ball really well. He has great hands, but the way he tracks the ball, no matter where it's at, no matter the way he torques his body to get the ball. I mean, the catch he made last year against the Vikings was pretty spectacular too. So that's a reflection of his the way he tracks the ball.
In addition to your experience being a smart guy, then you got Harrison Smith, who's got the same.
Mm-hmm.
Does the intelligence level help, obviously, with your communication? How's that relationship when you know that there's a guy that's your equal that way?
All of that ends with trust. We're both smart guys. I would say he's smarter than me. He's got the Pro Bowls, the All Pros, and he's been the better player than me. But all of that equates to just being able to trust one another. And I trust him because I know that he knows what I know, and he trusts me because he knows that I know what he knows. So, yeah, that just all equates to trust. And we trust each other out there in the field.
Hey, I'm doing 10 down the road on stadiums. You played in the first game ever at SoFi Stadium last year. What was that stadium like? And what do you think of
It was
SoFi?
empty. No, but it was pretty big though. It was a pretty big stadium, one of the biggest stadiums that I've been in. But I mean, I didn't get the full experience because it was empty.
But, you know, it cost $5 billion. Did you just kind of look at it and go?
I looked at it like, this is pretty good. But the fact that they had a weather delay instead of indoor stadium is pretty crazy to me. But I think that defeats the purpose.
You've only played for teams in billion-dollar stadiums.
That is true. That is true. It's pretty nice to have an indoor. I tell everybody, I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold.
How do you kind of compare? I mean, a lot of people think the 3 best stadiums are U.S. Bank, SoFi, and the one there in Arlington, AT&T. I mean, how do you kind of compare and contrast all those great stadiums?
Arlington has its pros, and this U.S. gets pretty loud. U.S. gets louder than AT&T because AT&T more spaced out, but U.S. is a little more compact, so it gets a little louder. All the noise stays in. So yeah.